Hey, what's good, everybody? Peace and blessings. It's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats, content contributor for LiveOffBeats.com. In today's video, I'm basically giving you, it's a two-part video. I'm going to show you what I use to give you like some really cool transitions into your beats or in your beats, whether it's from verse to chorus or intro to chorus or whatever. It's a cool little plugin you can use. There's other ones that are similar to it, but this is the one I've been using lately, and it's Glitch 2. And these are the actual settings that I use in this cool beat that I use, and just to kind of give it some extra flavor. And you know, in your beats, you know, you want to do like little things that set you apart, but also just little clever things in your beats that kind of just keeps the listener intrigued. If you like to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at DJ Fanatic Beats. That's PHANATIC, or Instagram as well at Sounds for Producers. So let's check it out. I'm gonna play the intro and let you hear what I did with the plugin. So check it out. Let me bring it back. Here we go. Turned off the master effects right before it started, and what I did is put Glitch 2 on the master so that way it affects all the sounds in the beat. There's not many sounds in that intro, but I believe I used it again, yeah, towards the end right before the chorus. So let's play that again so you get an idea. Don't worry about the pops. I don't feel like changing the audio settings right now. And what you heard right there was just a little stutter effect that kind of went crazy, right? So let me show you how to do it. You can set automation different ways in FL Studio, but you know, selecting in your ruler, holding down Control left click, and what you can do, let's say I wanted to do another automation clip or whatever, you can right click, create automation clip, and what it does, it creates an automation clip within that field that you selected in your ruler. So that way you don't have to have like this really long automation and then you kind of have to work backwards to shorten it. That's a quick way of automating just one specific area. Also, basically what I did is highlight this and create an automation clip that way. Also, what you want to do is lower it all the way down and then initiate song in this with this position. Basically what that does is it's off as it begins instead of it being on constantly. I know there's a lot going on there, but the Glitch 2 isn't engaged until it reaches this point right here. Let's actually, I think it's Control. Holding down Control and using your scroll wheel instead of going up to the ruler all the time definitely stretches the playlist window from, is it horizontal? Yeah, horizontally, and holding Control Alt, I believe. Alt Control. I totally forgot what it was. Is it Control Shift? No. It's Alt scroll wheel does vertical. So Alt scroll wheel does vertical, Control scroll wheel does horizontal. Instead of having to go up here every time to change your width and height. So with the plugin, let's jump back into Glitch 2. What I actually want to show you. Let's see here. So notice when I play it, it does this sound. This is the effect. And the beat drops in right there. And this is without it. So it's a little, you know, like hiccup in there. And it does some craziness, but check it out. And what I did, usually with Glitch 2, there's so much you can do in it. Let's open up the plugin. There's so much you can do in this thing. Usually what I start with is the actual presets. So with the presets, I don't want to change this preset, but whatever. This is the scientifically wide-eyed. Just hit these or whatever, these little arrows, and you can change the presets. And it looks like it saved what I did before, so that's good. And in each preset, obviously there's these huge color bars, and these are based on a grid. And here's your different effects, all in different colors. And randomizer usually is the one that they have on all of these, but I'll play it with this other preset. This is Ineffectively Poisoned Wave. So you can get some really crazy stuff in here. I kind of tone it down a little bit. Of course, there's a mix level. You can bring it down here, and a volume level, especially if it gets lower or whatever, and you want the effect to be a little louder. And that's what I used, actually. And what you can do is kind of move these around, and based on the timing of that specific effect, you can get different results. I start with presets, and then I'll just start deleting certain effects like this. The lo-fi, I'll delete that, you know, or I'll just take something out here and just play it again and see how it sounds. If you really want to get deeper into it, into the plugin, you can, once you start selecting like delay, for instance, you can control a lot of parameters within that effect. So you got all these effects happening at different times, some at the same times, and you can, you know, mess around with the parameters. You got filter for delay, you got slew is how quickly the delay responds to the time changes, time, obviously the spread of the delay, and a lot of other, you know, options here. The stretcher, you got smoothing, jitter, grain size, speed. So you can get very, very precise if you want to spend extra time and figure out what you want to do. And then you can start with a clean slate too. You can, you know, set it as default, and also just plug in whatever, plug in a randomizer. The only thing I don't like about the randomizer is you have you don't know what it's gonna do, and let's say you export the beat or whatever, and it comes up with a different, you know, effect that you didn't like that it did when you played it. And I had that happen to me, because I was like, yo, that effect is crazy, and I exported it and it had something totally different. So that's the only downfall about randomizer. But it is cool that they have these dice here as well, because you can roll the dice and you never know what you get on each different effect. So it's a really cool plugin. Experiment with it. And what I did was, man, I just totally changed the effect. So anyway, so what I did was I chose a preset and just kind of took out a few things and came up with that first instance of the plugin that you heard. So check it out. And this is with what I just did randomly by clicking buttons. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. So yeah, that's a little quick rundown of Glitch 2. I'm not gonna go really deep into the plugin. I just wanted to, you know, throw it out there because, you know, I know producers were always looking for some cool stuff to like add on to our music, and this is something I chose to use in this particular beat, and I haven't used it in a while, and I almost forgot I had it. But I'm like, yo, I want a different type of transition. I don't want to use just a riser. I don't want to do like a EQ automation or, you know, any other typical thing. I was like, yo, let's mess around with Glitch 2 and see what I come up with. And I came up with that pretty fast. So you can always, like I said, you know, let's see if I can do it here. What's that? Rename the current program? No. And you can randomize. That's funny. You can randomize the program name. You can just change the name of that. So it's broken down if you look at it. Here's the scene. This is the sequence area, and this is the effects. And this is your little the mix, pan, and volume. I rarely use a lot of these little things. I think there was, what is this? You can randomize the speed of it. I thought there was a randomize for the entire thing. I could be overlooking it, but that'll be cool if it had it. Well, basically changing the program is almost randomizing. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Let's take out this. I think it's modulator that's doing all the craziness. Gate, retrigger, shuffler, tape speed, delay, reverser. Let's get rid of the gator. Oh, it's lo-fi. See? And let's say I just delete all of this, right? I'm just randomly right-clicking and deleting random stuff. That didn't do too much, so let's start from scratch here. There's an easy way to clear it. Let's try reverser and see what that does. See? That's just one effect. Dope, right? So let's try retrigger. I believe that retriggers the sound. So added some type of pause. They got a tape stop here too. Some reason it's doing like a double. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Slow down speed. Oh, it's on start, so let's do stop. Nice. See, you can do that like a tape stop. The slowdowns, it's increasing it by 16th notes. So speed up doesn't even matter in this instance because we engaged by stopping. You got it set on triplets. Let's try even. So anyway, I can get very precise with that. Just wanted to show you kind of what Glitch 2 can do. Bars. That way, you know, you can experiment with your beats and just do some cool stuff with it. You can spend all day, obviously, what I just showed you, messing around with parameters and coming up with some cool stuff. So let me just do a little quick beat breakdown of this particular beat. It's a new beat and got a lot of great feedback on it, and just thought I'd break it down to, you know, get you in the mood to be inspired to create something. So I started out with this really cool loop that I had. It had a lot going on. I didn't really need to do that much after it. Just some embellishments and pitched it up, I believe. Yeah, just pitched it up a few semitones just to give it a different pitch. So start out with this. So it had a nice layered you know, pad with leads and stuff, and there's like effects on it. So a lot, it was busy, so it didn't really require that much after that. So check it out. Did I think it was like a, let's hear it. Turn off these mastering effects so we can stop the pops. don't know what this is. It's another pad to give it some balance, some warmth. Dope. So it basically complemented all the busyness that's going on in that loop. Next was like these guitar string samples in the background, very subtle. And next, now those are just 3 sounds, man, and it has a lot going on. It sounds like a lot more than that. Obviously, the first loop has a lot, you know, sounds going on, but with a lot of processing. So it was pretty much right where I wanted it. I didn't want it too busy. That's actually pretty busy. And then I just started out with some claps. And definitely, you know, wanted to get the groove and the type of tempo I wanted to do with this, because it's very unique tempo. It has like this slower R&B feel, but it's at a bounce tempo. Next, I believe, is the bass. Notice there's a lot of movement in that bass, and it's actually a kick with the bass on it. So I had to do some unique production there, if you will. Next thing was I think it's a percussion loop. It's a hi-hat loop. Next was I believe it's like a, I don't know. It's a percussion sound. It's very subtle, nuance, just small nuance stuff. I believe this is like a hit. Yep, it's like a big horn blast. Next was another straight hi-hat right here in pattern 10. To give it some more stability. And lastly, down here at the bottom, I had like a vocal pad, so check it out. And that's pretty much the beat right there. That was the whole chorus, and you know, of course, the automation with the glitch 2. I'll let you hear it going into the next verse. And always switch ups during your verse. Let the bass and kick ride through the whole thing though. That's what I did on this beat. There you have it. So again, you know, have fun with glitch 2 if you ever get it or whatever. There's other plugins that do the same thing. I forgot the name of that. I think it's Looperator. I don't know. There's so many out there. Glitch 2 is cool, man. It's straightforward. It's easy to use, and it can give you some powerful results. And it's not an in-depth review of it. I just wanted to show you how I use it. I throw it on there, I throw presets, and then I kind of keep manipulating presets. Sometimes I start from scratch with just one thing and then mess around with parameters. It doesn't matter how you do it. You know, we're all creatives. You know, definitely spend whatever time you want on that particular thing. And sometimes these nuanced things, man, you know, you can spend all day on them, and the listener doesn't even care how long you spent finding this particular preset you created in Glitch 2. It doesn't matter. I mean, the nuanced stuff, sometimes, I mean, it's good for you as a creative, but you don't want to get stuck in a rut where you can't keep making continuous quality stuff. You know, when you're stuck on one little thing and you miss your deadline for your beats or whatever, videos, whatever, you know, it's counterproductive. So again, it's DJ Fanatic Beats, content contributor for LiveOffBeats.com. Again, you know, if you like to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at DJ Fanatic Beats. That's PHANATIC, or Sounds for Producers on Instagram as well. So experiment with it, and hopefully this beat, you know, inspired you. And it's actually a pretty simple beat that I made thanks to, you know, some you know, easy production methods, man. I don't know, this one was pretty easy for me, but I always enjoy making music. So I'll catch you next video. Peace and blessings, and keep producing.